Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Foxshire, on the show is my big mucker, Stevie. It's a gibbering wreck. How we doing, big man?
Ox, what a night, man. Brilliant. What a fantastic result. Absolutely brilliant.
I've had to give him a couple of Fox's other tablets to calm him down. How we doing, big man? I'm in shock, mate. I've got to say it, I'm in shock. And by the way, the boy that was on last night, Thomas, we take our hat after you. He predicted the Rangers victory and he got it right, Stevie.
Unbelievable. But I don't even think Thomas would have predicted a victory in that manner. That was absolutely unbelievable, by the way.
Where do we start? Borna gets through. Let's be honest. He should have scored, Stevie. And you're saying, oh, no. Will that come back to honest? Yeah?
Yep. Everyone is saying the same thing. Yep.
And then the ball comes in for a corner. The ball disappears. And about half an hour later, come on, let's be honest, it was about half an hour later, they stopped the play and they say there's a decision. And I'm thinking, what for? I don't know what you thought.
100%. My wee man said, something's not right here. I think you're checking VAR for something. There was no way. I thought the boy headed the ball out the box as plain as day. It just shows you, Ox.
Aye, and then when you seen it right away, penalty kick. And up sticks for Captain James Tavernier, and he puts the goalie the wrong way, Stevie. Puts him the wrong way.
Cool as a cucumber. Cool as a cucumber, by the way. I couldn't even watch. I was watching through my fingers, Ox. It's just, I'm shattered. I'm absolutely shattered. I'm just going to phone.
You'll be all right with it.
Give me a sick line.
You'll be all right with the tablets, Ken Fox's tablets. They're magic tablets. Right, okay. So, we then 1-0 up, and you're thinking, okay, come on, let's be honest, you thought, let's get to half time, didn't you?
Oh, of course.
And then what happens? We have a corner kick, the ball comes in, Big Joe Aribo, front post flick, it was going in, and Alfie sneaks in. It was going in, but Alfie goes in to get another European goal. 2-0, big man, 2-0.
Unreal. Can I just say, but just before that, oh, good, their Celtic's getting beat. Can't get any better, by the way.
Elfsburg on Thursday night, Steve.
Unbelievable, by the way. I'll need to get another man in 8 pounds if this keeps up somehow.
If this keeps up, you'll need to phone Alec Black for you.
Unreal. Just before the goal, can I say this? Just before the second goal, we actually pounded them a wee bit just before we got that second goal.
Nice football. We were going from side to side with a ball, side to side.
Yeah.
We look like it goes in 2-0 at half time, and you're thinking, right, okay, this is going to be a clock watching episode, isn't it? Yeah. We come out in the second half. We get down the park. The ball comes back to John Lundstrom. Mate, I've sat and I've watched it and I'm thinking, am I dreaming this? It was like Leon again, wasn't
it? Mate, me and Jamie fell on top of me. Fergie nearly broke his 4 paws, man. I couldn't believe it. I absolutely couldn't believe it. Wonderland. Absolute. What a cutback for Ryan Kent, but 10 out of 10. No, cool again. Looked up. Great ball back, but what a finish by Big Lundstrom. What a finish. Absolutely brilliant. Picked his spot well.
They scored we'll just put it down as a lucky goal just after that. And then, how did we react to losing a goal? You're thinking, well, this could be tight here. But he got the part, and Alfredo forces the ball to put in his own goal. And Vargas is a goal. 4-1, Big Stevie. What happened to me, Fergie Red?
He wasn't in the room, just let me tell you. He's skedaddled after the carry on, so he did. But let me just say this. See VAR, it just shows you, mate, that VAR can be a good thing. The 2 decisions tonight were 2 correct decisions. The horn ball and Alf was well on side. It was well on side. That just, if we never had VAR there the night, that goal would have been chopped off due to that linesman. You know what I mean? So, well done, VAR. Brilliant.
And then they scored another lucky goal, and we've seen the game out 4-2 victories, half time in a tie. We're in a great position. It's not over, but we've just got to enjoy the night. So, big man, I'll put it to you. We're going to get these phone lines opened.
100%. Get the Bears in. Surely they're all happy tonight, man. Any moaning for any of them, I'm going to...
Albert will be disappointed it wasn't 5 or 6, mate.
Oh,
so, let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Right, okay, aye. Superb, mate, superb. Every one of them, how many players did they play? What was that? 14 players come on the pitch for us. 14 heroes. I'm going to ask you, I've got my man of the match wrote down. I don't want he played well. I don't want he done this. I just want Big Stevie from Drumchapel's man of the match.
Right, Jack.
I couldn't agree more.
Is that who you had?
I couldn't agree more. There was some contenders, but the way the boy played the game against a really good opposition, he takes the ball, he runs with it, he makes the right decisions, he stops play. He was immense. Fine, Jack.
Listen, Ox, the boys know played a lot of football, and when he came on there the night, you're thinking, man, right, this mob's quick, we're going to... See, he's reading of the game too. He's reading of the game, he's after the ball work, the dirty stuff you do after the ball. Ryan Jack, solid, man. Absolutely fantastic. And I've got to take my hat off to Big Lundstrom. I think the two boys played well together. So,
and I've got to take my hat off to Bernard Barisic, who drew into the game, mate. Yeah.
Yep. Because I didn't have Bernard starting. See if we had our other centre half.
Hello.
And Bassett.
Right, across you, Stevie. We've been joined by Barry, first time caller. Evening, Barry.
How you doing? All right.
Good, mate. Good. Glad to hear from you, mate. I've had worse nights. Carry on, mate. The floor's yours.
No, I mean, it was obviously a good night. I would say it was as good as going back to all the way a Leon away. That's what I think to myself. We've been through a lot since then, but Ryan Jank, I remember Stephen Gerrard saying he was jealous how good he performed. That's how I felt tonight. I thought he was immense.
We agree, Stevie. And you come, mate.
Oh, 100%. I had Ryan Jack as man of the match. Couldn't agree more with the caller saying there. Just absolutely fantastic. And I also said as well, I can't think of a better European night apart from Leon away when we won 3-0. And I totally agree with everything the caller's saying, but absolutely brilliant. Ryan Jack was tremendous tonight, absolutely. And so were all the players, to be fair. Some better than others, obviously, but Ryan Jack, to me, was my man of the match. I just thought the way that he's tackling, he's running, and, the guile that he had, absolutely fantastic.
Aye, for me, standing a mile.
I agree, Barry. I think he's just a guy that also helps other players flourish because he's reading where to be in the park. No, I would argue he's improved under the guidance of the manager plus the guidance of Stephen Davis next to him. Yeah.
Yep.
What I would also say is Lundstrom, I think he needs a lot of credit because he got a lot of people, weren't happy with the way he was. I had seen a lot of him previously. It was a different game that had to play. Didn't have much of the ball, but obviously, Gio's seen something in him, and he's been unbelievable the last 3 games.
Right, Barry, can you remember back? He had a wee burst of games where he was man of the match, nearly 4 games in a trot. Then he kind of fell away a wee bit, and then he had the night in Europe where he got sent off. The heats went down, and everybody's opinion started changing on the guy. Well, we're starting to see another burst out of him. And I think with the new management team and everything that's there, if he keeps playing the way he's playing, you're not going to see Ramsey in that team, I'm afraid.
No,
The
other thing I would say is it's good to play in a game where you're allowed to play football with a referee. I thought the referee was brilliant tonight. I really did. There was a lot of times where I was expecting, we're winning here, they're going to get everything. But nah, I thought the ref was good, which we've not had for a long time. I'll say that much.
Yep.
And I think it was a I think the VAR man was excellent at all, if I'm being honest.
Oh, aye. Aye, and that was the money. That was The VAR played its part of the night.
Correct decisions.
I had the top off a few times tonight, so I don't think the ladies too impressed, but that doesn't matter. All the neighbours.
All right, mate. Was it round the heat spinning?
Oh, hi. It was more than that.
I think Barry's got a bit of potential in here, Stevie. What do you think?
Oh, 100%. He must have a criminal record as well.
No, I'll tell you what, I've got jury duty at the end of this month, so there you go.
He's got a police record, Stevie, walking on the moon.
I'll tell you what, there's even better. My old man's been on this show as well, so there you go.
Who's your old man?
Old man was William, the referee.
Oh, William, all right.
So there you go.
Hello.
Hello, Tosh.
Right.
How we doing?
How you doing, Oxshare? Hello, can you hear me?
Is that Tosh?
It's Tosh from Blackpool. How you all right, Ox? You hear me?
I
see the Celtic up there all right anyway.
Right.
Honest to God. Hey?
Tosh, let me just speak to Barry and we'll bring you in, mate. Just calm down.
Not a problem, mate. Not a problem. Aye, not a problem, mate.
You'll be in just Barry, we'll get 6 hours to do this show. Right,
aye, I'll be there.
Barry, aye, great. Your old man comes on when we need a referee's point of view. Great result, and obviously you come for good stock, mucker.
I was a ref too, to be fair.
Right, okay.
I was a ref for a good bit of time. I got to a good position. I refereed at Murray Park, which was my thing. I got to the top, and that was enough for me.
Right, okay. Right. I'll bring Tosh in. How we doing, Tosh?
Absolutely over the moon, mate. How was that for you?
Well, it was okay, Stevie.
I'm going to do something. I'm still up the ceiling, if that tells you anything.
I've just climbed down this, Stevie.
Unreal, by the way. As Tosh, as I was saying there, unbelievable. That's my best results is Lyon away. European results is Lyon away. Unreal. Absolutely different gravy, I think, for every one of the players. They could take a bow, every single one of them.
I'll tell you what, if I was an Annan player, I'd be saying, they took 4 off of Dortmund, they only took 3 off of us. Tosh, who's Sean for you?
Oh, where do I start? What I will say is, I've not been out for a long time, in the pub, and I've been down to the Gallant Pioneer and watched it, and the place was absolutely electric. I've never seen an atmosphere in a pub for a long time. But I'd say Ryan Jack and Alfie done his bit, just holding up, and to me, Ryan Jack.
I think everybody's agreeing with that, Barry.
Aye.
I thought it was brilliant.
I'm going to put this to you, and before we bring some more callers in, I'll go to you first, Stevie. But I thought Calvin Bassey grew up tonight. There you go.
Unreal, Ox. Now, listen, see if we had their other centre half the night, I had Big Bassey playing left back. There you go. That's where I had Big Bassey. And can I tell you something? He was absolutely tremendous. And I'll tell you one thing you boys go at. He didn't look knackered at the end of the game. He still looked as if he could just go and go and go and go. He's an athlete, the big man. He's an absolute athlete. And by the way, his tackling tonight was first class. Normally he's a bit late and just off, but his tackling was different gravy tonight. He was absolute. And many boys did they win in the early night, guys.
Yeah. It was excellent. Tosh?
I'm just trying to think back, just as you were saying that question there, but how many of them stood up and were counted?
Every one of them.
Every one of them. To a man, that was amazing tonight. I looked about the Pioneer tonight, and people, when it went free, I went, oh my God, it was like a dream. The atmosphere was that was the atmosphere in the pub at that point. Banging him, oh geez, I was like, no way, here we go. To do that and go over that was superb. To a man, amazing, every one of them. They're so proud. They've done us all proud.
Here. Right, Barry, we've got a few callers coming in. Great first time call. Great to hear from you. Geezer, sum it up for you tonight, mate. Sum it up.
For me personally?
You, sum it up.
In all honesty, you know, as I say, it's the best result that I can remember for Leon away. I'm 38-year-old, and I mean, I've been a lot of European away games and stuff like that. But incredible. I mean, I think they underestimated this. I really do. I think sometimes these teams look at it as at least a team from Scotland. But I think we are suited to the European football, because I think we get to play. Scottish football, it's a bit, the rest aren't good. It's a bit rough. You don't get today what you want today. The ballers don't get the ball. But I felt, it was good. It was good, in it. It's right up their way. But I need to remember that when we beat Leon 3-0 away.
Yeah, we know what happened. We don't want to tempt fate, mate. We don't want to tempt fate. Yep.
That's it. But hey, no, honestly, that's what I said to my old man tonight. I messaged, what was the best result since then? And he said, well, when Celtic lost, when we won the league the last time. So, but no, brilliant, unbelievable. As I said,
brilliant,
it's a lot for me to get my tap off. I got the tap off.
Fair play. Listen, great first time call. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell your old man I was asking for him. And don't you be shy for it up here again, yeah?
No problem. I'll always be involved.
Brilliant. Cheers, mate.
Oh, yeah, I'll jump out as well and let other callers in.
Tosh, always a pleasure to hear from you, mate. Yeah?
Does that mean I have to do the off?
Oh, yeah, I'll catch you later. Yep, just hang up, Barry, you'll be fine.
Right, okay. Cheers,
always a pleasure to hear from you, Tosh, yeah? Great.
Right, Tosh is back in the pub.
I think so, mate. I think so. Yeah. I think he is, yeah. Right, okay. Everybody's buzzing. We're getting some callers in as quick as we can. I don't think we can keep up with the phones. We've had to re-employ somebody. Right, I think we've got somebody coming in. Right, okay. We'll just wait.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, mate.
Do you think Haaland would have made a difference tonight?
The Globetrotters. Well, there was a couple of boys come into the box, and sometimes people can make an impression just by the presence on the pitch. But he wouldn't have kept the 4 goals out, mate.
No, definitely
not. There you go. I mean, let's be honest about it. They scored 2 good goals, but McGregor never really had a save to make.
No.
You know? No. And, all right, they could have scored another couple, but so could we. You know, the pauses went through and different things would have happened, and the one Joe Aribo's just went past the post if he squares it, you know.
See the first half, Ox. See your high press. It was absolutely brilliant. There was times Morelos was losing the plot, but I'm saying, "Come on, where is?" And then we started doing it, the high press, and we were getting change at them every time. So we were pressing them high. They were too casual, kind of laying that back all the time, and we were reading it well. But absolutely, I'm still rattling, man. Absolutely buzzing.
Here, mate. Here. I thought Alfredo, I don't want to go back a couple of weeks ago, but I think he ragdolled the top-class defenders at time, yeah?
You're just going to laugh at me, Alf, aren't you? He takes no smash off anybody. Do you think it matters to him what it says on their backs? Rouse and all these guys, Russ or whatever, he ragdolled them, mate. And he's listen, we've said it before and we'll say it again. That boy can occupy a back four himself. He's an absolute handful. And see, when we're ever talking about selling that boy, and you know I love him, I stuck by him. When people were saying enough's enough, I stuck by him, Ox. But see, if we ever go to sell that boy, no, that's Dortmund we've played, Benfica, teams, they're Champions League teams. You're starting at 30 million quid and up for Alfredo Morelos, mate. Nobody's telling me any different.
His stock's growing, mate. His stock's growing. He looks happier under Giovanni. There might have been, I don't know, I don't want to say a fallout, but a clash. Maybe he needed a change. He's got to change when the new managers come in, and he's went to strength to strength. You know, if we give him the couple of goals tonight, he's scoring under. If we give him the second one, we say it was getting in, even though it's done as an own goal. Yeah.
Aye. He's totally on a run now. He's on a run, and see when he's like that, he's unplayable, mate. He's unplayable. See, Europe's his stage, mate. He loves playing in Europe.
If people are listening to the show, can you just hold on for 2 minutes so we can bring people in? We can't keep up with the volume of calls. Hold your breath. We'll try and get everybody in. Just calm down. If you're phoned in, just wait. We'll bring you in. Yeah, it's fantastic. Great problem we have. Yeah? Great problem we have. It's fantastic, Stevie. But they can't keep up.
One of them might be the Dortmund manager. Just watch what numbers are coming in. By the way, there was at one point tonight it took you into their dugout, by the way, and there were 3 of them staring at the ground. 3 of them just sick as parrots looking at the ground, and I thought that told its same story. They know, by the way, they're up against it. Do you think you underestimated as a wee bit, Ox?
I don't think so, mate. I just think it was one of the nights where obviously we got the bit. I'm going to say the bit of luck with VAR, but it wasn't luck because it was a penalty. So we get the goal and then we scores the second goal. Yeah, so it's the right decision, you know.
Aye, 100%. We would have been robbed blind if we never get any VAR decisions, right? Because the penalty kick, the boy's horns are way above his head. It's a stone waller. It's not a natural position. And 2, Alfredo Morelos. As soon as I seen the first replay, me and my boy Jamba went like, all right, away, Dad, there's no way in the world they can chop that goal off. He's miles onside. So fair play to Valentine for the first one, because 10 minutes gone after that, we've just played away. I was, what's happening here? And it was Jamie that said to me, Dad, they're checking something on VAR. This is a penalty kick. It looks as if, and sure it was. I couldn't believe it. And then when you seen the replay, my God, it's a stone waller.
Yeah, it was stone waller. It was a penalty kick, and we got the bit of luck off of VAR, yeah.
Didn't have. Aye. Yep. But I'll tell you what, we made my own luck at times. I thought some of our play was immense. Absolutely brilliant. I loved the pressing. I loved the tackling. There was one point in that game, if the Bears cast their mind back, the application tonight was unreal. There were 3 Rangers players slid in. A Dortmund player was running through, and 3 Rangers players slid in and slide tackled together to stop the boy. The application, the fight and the desire was there. Unbelievable.
Right, okay. We've been joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
Evening, Ox. How you doing, mate?
All right, how we doing, Robert? Sorry, mate. Yeah, they're a wee bit busy on the phones, as you might have gathered.
I can imagine.
Yeah, how you doing, mate? How you doing?
I'm still up in cloud 9. What a performance! What a night!
Brilliant!
Could not believe what I was watching there, Ox and Stevie. Absolutely fantastic. From first minute to last, intensity, the hunger, the desire.
Yep.
To a man, everybody was outstanding.
Different gravy.
Oh, unbelievable. In my lifetime watching Rangers, best European performance I've seen. Best result.
Well,
couldn't ask for any better.
I think to score 4 goals at that stadium is pretty remarkable, and I think it will have sent shockwaves through European football. Hopefully we can get the job done, but it's a fantastic result. I'm trying to think of it. I think the Lyon one, would that be up there?
Aye.
It'd be up there.
Aye.
Be up there.
I'd have been 13 at the time, but aye, right up there. Definitely right up there.
But to score 4 goals, no 3, all right, but I know we lost 2, and against a team that's cost, the fringe players are costing 13, 40 million, mate, and they're trying to move them on for 50, 60, 80, 90, 100 million, eight players. And Ryan Jack, one of our own, went out there and showed them how good a football player he was.
Yep.
Unbelievable. What a night. Every man, I couldn't pick a man of match. I was listening to yourselves before I phoned in. Couldn't pick a man of match. There was contenders up and down that park. Bassey was unbelievable.
Yeah, actually, I can agree with that.
Especially after his kind of wee wobble against Ross County, confidence could have been low to go and put a performance in like that against Dortmund in the stadium. And let's not forget, although their star man was out, they're still a world-class team.
Hello.
They dropped at the Champions League.
I'll cut across you, Robert. We've been joined by Andy, I think, Andy Fjorvin. Yeah, how we doing, Andy?
Hey, doing big stuff.
How we doing, Mucker? How's the missus?
Oh, hey, unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. What a result. Hey, George, how you doing? Who's with you?
Stevie.
Stevie for the drum.
Yeah.
Stevie for the drum.
Hey, doing big stuff.
How you, Andy? All right.
How disappointed are we? Because we did 4-1 or 3-1. You know what I mean? We've not done that for 1938 or something. We destroyed the Germans then, you know what I mean? Unbelievable. Me and the boys going, I can't believe it, Daddy.
9 times.
Sorry.
And they've only beat once.
Correct.
You know.
You're the start man, right? When was the last time a Scottish club scored 4 goals away in Germany?
Oh, mate,
I don't think it's happened before.
I don't think it's ever happened.
I don't think it has happened. How disappointed are we? Because it was 4-1 or 3-1.
Well, wait a minute, we hammered them Borussia Mönchengladbach back in the day, mate. Back in the day. Home and away right at the start. I'll check that one out for you, Tommy. Sorry, I've checked that one out for you, Andy. But great result. Before we go back to Robert, who was your man of the match, Andy?
Lundstrom. I think Lundstrom was out. Different class.
All right.
His goal top to half. I like. There was no week. Because that's what I say to the boy at half time. I goes, who do we take it half here to try and to hold this kind of 2-0 result? Because they're no weak links here. Everybody, they're nobody. Even Barisic, because don't get me wrong, the first 10 minutes he could have scored if he'd have taken his first shot with the empty box. If he'd have shot the first time, he'd really taken our touch. But it was no weak links, Ox, you know what I mean? But I would say Lundstrom.
All right, fair
because he was, you know what I mean? I can't help he scored a couple of goals and what have you in Rebo and weekend that. But I thought Lundstrom was outstanding tonight. Right. Definitely. And the boys had a lot of bad press after the Bears and what have you, but I think he's come into his game now. And
the last 3 games he's no. No.
And I think the boys he's got the bug now, and I think that's how he's going to kick on now. You know what I mean?
And you come, Robert.
I just a wee point on Lundstrom. A wee question for you is: do you think the arrival of Ramsey and the return of Jack coming back has gave Lundstrom a bit of the backside to say, I've got a challenge and I'm stepping up to it?
Stevie?
Ramsey, I mentioned it earlier on. Who do you drop for him?
Right now, you kidding? After that, I don't you could help Indy.
I think you've answered your own question.
I'd be that good, mate. I'd put Aaron Ramsey in goal, back in.
Shoot it back.
You know what I mean, Andy?
Aye, look at that. I mean, a back you in. That's what you should call a back you in, wasn't it? Aye. By the side, all back you in.
But we're absolutely inundated, so I'm going to get used to it. But by the way, what a difference a fortnight makes, Andy.
Brilliant. Hey, I'll cut out and listen to it. Listen, nice to talk to you all, boys. Okay, keep it going for the Rangers.
Andy, we always love
the
show.
Hey, big man, big Steve for the drum. I love you to bits, and you all saying I love you to bits. I'm in my border now, and I think I'm drunk the board driving. You're going mere supplies. Take care. Keep it going for the Rangers. Take care. Mate. Bye.
You big man. Love you, big man.
Bye.
Robert, sum up what tonight means to you, mate.
That's the platform for me now, Oxia. After that performance, you take that into the league, the next European game next week. That's what you base your rest of the season on, and you go and bring home 56.
You're mate. You're right, he's made a great point there. They've set the standards, Steve, here.
Aye, the bar's set again, Ox. They're setting high standards again in Europe, and hopefully we can take it into our league now and go ahead, right ahead now. And that should give us some lift getting into this Dundee United game now. I'm looking, we're getting up in the car, me and the boy, I'm really looking forward to this now, because if that doesn't give us a boost of confidence and make us play a bit of football, then dearie me. But the bar's set, the caller's right. The bar's totally set, Ox. And I don't, by the way, we've no give Germans a doing like that since the bridge was there in 1918.
I reckon the last time we gave Germans a doing like that was the Battle of the Bulge, Stevie, and you know all about the Battle of the Bulge.
100%. And I'll tell you how soon was about the Battle of the Bulge. The bridge, man. because he was there. He was that soldier. Oh, I'm so happy for the Bears that travelled. I've got to give him a shout out. One of our own, Southside, what a bear he is, and he's all there, and I'm so pleased for them. Wherever they're going tonight, all the bars will be jumping jack, man. It'll be absolutely brilliant. And fair play to every one of them. And by the way, they outsung the other 9,500 Jerrys, by the way. They were absolutely brilliant getting behind the team. Well done to them, and take a bow.
Yeah. Robert, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, maybe out of the adversity, it's been a springboard for him.
Aye, I think tonight, when I seen the team sheet come out, I looked at it and I thought, that's probably the strongest team he could have picked from who was available, looking at the bench as well. It's tactically, in the personnel he had, he got it spot on, and he absolutely spot on. And like I says, for me now, it's a platform. You go and build on that. You take it into every game. Not every day you can say you've been to the Germans and beat them on their own backyard and scored 4. So, do you know what? We take it, and hopefully, like Stevie said, it's a springboard. We take it on. And if that doesn't get a player the list, then I don't know what will.
Cheers, mate. You have a great night. Enjoy it with the Bears, and we'll speak to you soon, Robert, when we're not so busy yet.
Aye, no worries, mate. Cheers for the time. Take it easy. Enjoy,
Cheers,
guys.
Robert. Great to speak to you.
Great call.
All right, Marco.
Oh, how we doing, mate? How we doing? Who's this?
This the real Callum McGregor.
Right, okay. Right. Well, what will we call you? We'll just call you Callum. That'll do, yeah? We'll no mention it to them. Yeah,
call me Mad Dog. Mate? Yeah, I'm really good, man. How are you boys tonight? It's a stupid question tonight, isn't it?
Oh, it's
buzzing. But we're a mixture of shock, excitement, buzzing, and happiness.
Right, I think that's fair with me, no doubt. I'm the same. I've got 4 holes in my ceiling where I hit the ceiling every time I go in.
Brilliant.
The point I want to make, boys, tonight is, see, I don't know if you spoke about it already, see the balls that took the captain tonight to put that ball in the penalty spot and rattle it home.
Yep.
Stephen,
and I think we all know that, you know, how hard it is to take a penalty if you ever played football, and Tabs has missed some big ones, and that's it. The big wee man, nobody else was taking that penalty, and he done his proud. He started the game off. If it wasn't for that, I mean, it could have went anyway.
Yep, I totally agree. If he misses that, then we're all nervous, we're all shaky, we're all...
It's a different game.
Totally right.
And then my second point is Ryan Kent, man. See if that Jude Bellingham's worth 80 million quid, 70 million
quid. What is
Ryan
Kent? Aye.
Yeah, the wee man, he had a bit of space. It's no Scottish football. He's not get people down his throat every 2 minutes. The guy looked electric, man. What a performance by Kent tonight.
See, for the Lundstrom goal, what a move by Kent, eh?
I know. I think I might even have put 2 holes in the ceiling that when I went up once and then back up again. You know what I mean?
It's been a long time since you went up twice, Callum, but that's another story.
Aye, definitely.
Yeah.
Aye, too right. But anyway, boys, I'll not stay on too long because I know you've got a bit of absolutely buzzing down here in London into it. Let's keep it going into it.
Whereabouts are you in the smoke, mate? Whereabouts are you?
I'm just in there. I'm Fleet, just outskirts of London.
All right, okay. Towards Hampshire?
Aye, you got it, Hampshire. I'm a posh jock, innit?
I see, yeah. There you go. Stevie's impressed with that, ain't you?
I've still got a season ticket. Don't worry about that, innit? No danger, boys. Have a good night. Great show as always.
Speak to you soon, Callum. Don't be a stranger, yeah?
Remember, I'm the real Callum McGregor. The other one's like dancing about like Phantom of the Opera.
Take it easy, mate. Speak to you soon.
See you later, boys.
Cheers. All right, Callum. Cheers, mate. Good call up, sir.
Stevie, it's, look, we're a big family, as you well know. You know, we've seen some of it with the people that's trying to help us out with our race night, you know, and just normal bears. And I don't think sometimes that the people involved with the club know what it means to the people that aren't it can't get and are miles away. They just would love to be at Ibrox all the time, but just life gets in the way, mate.
That's it. Geography speak, people. Look at the bear. We're worldwide family. Australia, South Africa, Canada. You could go on and on all over Europe. The geography beats a lot of the bears. They want to be there, but it's just where we live and how we are. You're a bear. We're one big family, and see nights like this, it just glues us together. It galvanises us. It makes us all happy. I mean, I'm not getting sleep at night. Definitely no. I'm off. Unbelievable.
What goal were you playing your head? Will be Tav's penalty, Alfie's tap in, or John Lundstrom's thunderbolt?
Oh, I'm going for Big Lundstrom, by the way. What a dig. Bent it right in. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Can I just say something? That boy's talking about that Jude Bellingham, if he's worth that. And I mean, I get back to our conversation 3-4 weeks ago. See if that big guy at Man United, I can't mind him, I've mentioned his name a million times and I can't think of it. What? Harry Maguire. See if Harry Maguire's worth 80 million. What's Golson worth?
If Harry Maguire's worth 80 million, what am I worth?
You can't play football. Your apron will get on the road.
Bridge is worth 80 million, but he's better than Maguire, and he's 75.
Unreal, man. Unreal.
But it's just the inflation that is English football, mate. You know what I mean? It's just mental. You know, see the boys, if they want to move on and if they chose to go to pastures new for the money, for the big bucks, but they'll never experience anything like it is to play for the Glasgow Rangers, Stevie.
Oh, here's something here, right? See, when we compare our players, and some bells will be quick to jump and say, but they play in a better standard of football. So what are they putting the Dortmund team under the night then? That Rangers give them a lesson in football tonight.
We're joined by Blue Star. How we doing?
Oh, they're all blue coming in.
Evening, Ox. Evening, Stevie. Evening, Davey. Evening, guys. Oh, what a result that was it no? Ox, no, I was amazed at I think it was Stevie. One of you said there a wee while ago, I'm watching the game again and I'm 22 minutes into the game. See the high press for Rangers in that first half hour? Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, he said that. Brilliant. It was, wasn't it?
I mean, even the new, they're 22 minutes in, Rangers are in their own half. Alfie's screaming at the rest of the players to get out. Tab's taking a shy, and all of a sudden, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 7 blue shirts all in their half, and they're all well spaced out. And you know what you're noticing? Even when the Rangers players aren't on the ball, Ox, they're all moving into space. It's as if Gio's told them, once your own players are on the ball, you make sure you are lying in space, and they are. So they're all able to find their men. I thought the run for Kent, we've already said it, there was one man that outshone everybody else, without any shadow of a doubt. That was Ryan Jack. His awareness, his tackling, the amount of balls that he intercepted, Ox, and then his distribution was absolutely incredible.
Aye, he was superb, mate. I don't know what you need to do to get 10 out of 10, but his performance against good players was exceptional, mate.
Oh, and to be fair, Bassey as well. He made a couple of bloomers here in the first 10 minutes, but after that, the guy, he's one strong boy. He's like Morelos. He's a bull. But I mean, his tackling and everything was absolutely tremendous. There was only one guy, and I think Gio summed him up. I'm not saying he wasn't trying. He'll run his guts out all the time, but he was very rarely ever on the ball, was Arfield. And again, when he's in it up against class like that, he's fun out. We don't like slagging players, I know that, and we've got a great result, but you've got to call it for what it is. The guy's out his depth in a game like that. But the rest of the team, what a team performance. To beat a team, and you're on about the Leon game, Ox. You must remember the Rangers team back then was a far better side, and I think if we're honest, we would say that. This Rangers team still finding their feet.
Well, they didn't go to Leon as the league champions, did they?
No, that's true. I know that. But you've got to put things in perspective, Ox. That team we're playing against, Ox.
This team will get credit in history when they're finished, mate. Stevie?
Aye, 100%. Look, it's just the results on paper, innit? When you move down the years, innit? You look back and the results on paper. Dortmund, this is going to be the one that sticks out. And Leon, for me, I'm casting my mind back for the night's result to the last time we had a victory, the way we beat a team away from home. And it's Leon that sticks in my mind. Nothing else comes into my mind like squads and who we had in the team and where we sat with the champions, when we no champions. It was a European night in history. That's what I went back to, the Leon game. And I thought the night the Rangers, this game will stick out the way the Leon game sticks out. What a fantastic result against one of the best teams in the world. Let's not be kidding. The German league is a really, I mean, it's unreal, the league. I mean, Bayern Munich, they're only, 4 points, 6 points or something like that behind Bayern Munich in the league. They're the second best team in Germany, will be. And to take anything, I mean, Rangers should have been clapped off the park tonight. Honestly,
and Bosta, I know that maybe Scotty Arfield wasn't a 9 out of 10, but we had 14 heroes in that park. Listen, mate, great to hear from you. You look after yourself, and we'll speak to you soon. Catch you later, mate.
No bother, guys.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
We've been joined by our Billy. Billy.
And breathe. Pick me off the top of my Lancaster bomber. Oh, guys. Listen, I said last night on the show we could get at them, but I'll tell you, I didn't think we could get at them as well as we did. To a man, what a performance by Glasgow Rangers Football Club. Individually, oh mate, I'm telling you something now, that has got to be the best away performance in the history of our beautiful club. I'm telling you something now, you boys are talking about PSV, that's up there with Leeds, doing it Leeds when we were doing it Ellen Road as well, guys. Different class.
That's a fair comment. They're on a par. Listen, we're playing a top side. They're a top side. All right, we know they're not in the Champions League. They just were unlucky to get put out to it. But they're a Champions League side. And we went away from home and we beat them 4-2. And it's a fabulous result. All right, we know the game's not done, Billy, but we'll go enjoy the moment. And it's an absolute fabulous result.
That's right, mate. It's only
Billy, I'll come back to you.
Sorry, mate.
No, it's not your fault, mate, but we're a wee bit busy tonight. We've been joined by Glenn. Evening, Glenn.
Good evening, guys. Evening.
Good evening, Glenn.
Nice to talk to you, mate. Nice to talk to you. Give us your thoughts, mate.
That was quite something, boys. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where to start with that. I mean, I was sitting there back in my house, almost at home there, and waiting for a good positive result if we could get one, and we could take back to Ibrox. But that's something I don't think I've quite experienced before. What a result from the boys! And I tell you, Ryan Kent really comes up for these big games, does he not? I mean, Ryan Kent was outstanding, and of course we're having Jack there in the middle of the pitch. Really steadies us all. That was quite something, though. I know you've heard it all tonight, but I've watched this team a long time, and I think that's possibly the best performance I've ever seen.
Well, fair comment, mate. Fair comment. I'll go back to Billy with your point about Ryan Kent. I'll take Billy to that question to Billy. But I think, quickly on Ryan Kent, I think in a real game of football where the two sides are trying to play in a decent pitch, a decent size of stadium, the boy comes into his own. And he's most likely to put about another 10 million on his value tonight. Billy?
Brilliant, mate. Ryan Kent absolutely roasted the life out of that fullback. Roasted him. That boy didn't know to go left, go right, come short, track him back. Ryan Kent was absolutely fabulous. That's the Ryan Kent we all know. He was different class. And I'll tell you, between Ryan Jack made them look ordinary in the middle of the park. He was making that team a millionaires or millionaire footballers. He made them look ordinary. Ryan Jack is an absolute Rolls Royce, a midfield player. And when Ryan Kent's on his game like that, mate, I'm telling you something now, there no defenders in Europe will get near him because they can't cope with him. They can't cope with him. And listen, I don't know how you can hear me because I'm hoarse, roaring at the telly like a lunatic. I'm telling you.
I don't think you're alone. We had to bring some extra labour in the night. We're always trying to create jobs here at Rangers Radio, but receptionist had lost his voice, so we had to bring somebody else in, Stevie, didn't we?
Boys, I don't know if you can still hear me here. Is that the first time? Is that the first time Scottish team has won in Europa League in Germany?
Oh, mate, I'm still trying to check out about the 4 goals if a Scottish team's ever scored 4 goals in Germany.
I honestly don't. I don't think there's ever been a Scottish team that's ever won in the Europa League.
No, maybe we don't win that often in Germany, do we, Scottish teams? Let's be honest.
That's very true.
Aye, so you might be right, but and remember, it's only really us the name that's ever competed in it. But I want to look up that one about if we ever scored 4 goals in our history in Germany. But I'll get back to you that. Glenn, we've got to also give some credit to Giovanni Van Bronckhorst.
Oh, absolutely. I think he really knew tonight. He's got his tactics bang on there tonight. There's no doubt about it. I think possibly a wee bit with Sands and Gio himself, is good Rayner. Seems to be a good family friend, and maybe he got a wee bit of something from him. I don't know tonight, but he got the tactics bang on tonight, and I think I think that was one of the greatest performances we've put out there, and I think that whole lot have done it for us. Really, I mean, Gio what a boy. I mean, when we lost, certainly when we lost our main manager, we always used to think before that. But I don't know. I mean, I think what's changed now is tactics. I think Gio seems to be a very down-to-earth guy. I think he's helping everyone. I think he brings on all the players and makes them all maybe a little bit more better. I don't. But he's been some signing for Rangers. Losing Gerrard felt quite a sore one at the time, but I think Gio's come along at the right time and really put us where we should be.
Stevie?
What can we say about Gio? I mean, he's done absolutely fantastic for him, and let's be honest, apart from 1/2 an hour, he's done absolutely exquisite for our team. He's given everybody a new lease of life, I think. Things were petering out maybe with Mr. Gerrard, and I think the players have got a wee burst of life for him. He'll not always get his tactics right. We've been critical of him. We've seen kind of mistakes he's made, and I think he's learning for him. But 10 out of 10 tonight, got his tactics spot on, added a wee bit of iron in there and Jack in the middle of the park, and I think that's what won us the game. But other people might maybe see that different, but I thought to a man tonight we were absolutely outstanding. I'm as happy as Pavarotti in a cake shop, so I can't describe how happy I am.
I've got you a voucher for Greg's Amora.
Oh, don't mention Greg's. That south side had to store in my shirt tail, by the way. I was wanting to fight with a bouncer 12 foot tall. He got into Greg's, so I was. Anyway, listen, brilliant. The Bears are on a high, and it's brilliant sitting here listening to all the Bears coming on, and every one of them are delirious. It's absolutely brilliant, man. And long may it continue.
Glenn, first time call?
Aye, first time, yep.
Fantastic, mate. Fantastic, mate. Glad to hear from you. We really appreciate your call. You've been listening for long?
I have, actually. I've been listening there for a few months on YouTube, really more than anything. So thanks very much for getting me on.
No, not at all. Yeah, welcome anytime, mate. Well, it's no, I know you've done it, mate. It's not that difficult, is it?
No, it's no hard. No hard at all. It's great just spreading the love and the Rangers. So I love it. I think you guys do such a great job of putting it out there. Make it so fun, even when things aren't going so well. But guys, you do a great job, and I love being a part of it.
No, you're now a bigger cog in the wheel, mate. Thanks very much, mate, and don't be a stranger, yeah?
You're here. Well done. Thank you,
cheers,
mate.
Guys.
Nice words.
All the best.
Thank you.
Cheers. Hold on to your hats here. We've been joined by our Robert.
Evening, Knox. Evening, Stevie.
Dancer, it's my wee mate. You belter.
Oh, listen, here we go. In 1972, my father marched me down the Copeland Road to watch us beat another great German team in Bayern Munich. And they had 7 or 8 internationals and we only won the World Cup in 74. I was there. In 1979, I was there when we beat the great Juventus team, who had another 9 international Italians, and we beat them 2-0 Ibrox. And then I watched the great Leeds United come to Ibrox, and we stuffed them. And then I watched the great Parma team, who was full of world-class players, and big Tony Vidmar and wee Claudio Reyna stuffed them as well. But you know what, guys? Can I be totally honest? I'm going to say it, I've watched my Rangers, for 56 years. And you know that was up with it all. Going to Germany and stuffing a great team. 4-2. What a performance. I cannot say it. And you know what? I'm giving to McGregor, to Morelos, every player on that team tonight, 10 out of 10, Mr. Bridgman. If you're listening, no 7s or 8s, 10 out of 10. And if you push me, Oxtear, see if you really push me for great performances, I'll tell you something, Ryan Ken outstanding. Big Shirley, we all doubted before the game. Let's be honest, Bears. We all doubted Big Shirley before the game. Before it was a nightmare to happen. Borna Barisic was another one. But see, we had to pick one player out of the lot, and he's one of our own. Ryan Jack was outstanding. That's what you call a performance. And see, Ryan Jack, that boy's hardly played in 9 months. And look at that performance tonight. He dominated that midfield. Oh, guys, I'm so over the moon. So over the moon. You know what, Stevie, when you hear this, I went into my boys' room about 10 minutes ago, right? And nobody's going to telly, Stevie, because I watched it weeks ago. My boys get that. But no, when you hear this, my boys get that programme. It was on that rotten BBC a couple of months ago. The Walter Smith documentary. My boy's got it on, he's watched it, and I walked into his room 10 minutes ago and he's in tears. And I said to him, son, you couldn't have put anything better on, because that one tonight was for Sir Walter Smith. Honestly, guys.
I think it's up there. I think it's up there with Ellen Road. I think it might even have topped Leon. I think it's up there with Ellen Road, mate, because if you take the circumstances and the journey, Billy.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, I can't believe how good we were. What a part, mate. What a performance, you know what I mean? Every single Rangers player tonight were different class. They were doubling up on, they were helping one another. I mean, see when you think about it, guys, and all right, you see the 2 Dortmund goals, by all means, there were 2 fantastic world-class strikes.
Robert, we're getting some feedback for you, I think. Somebody's got some telly or something on the background. Don't mind turning it on. Carry on, Billy.
It's okay, mate. The two Dortmund goals were different class, but the goal. If you look at the goals, they actually came for a break of the ball for 2 Rangers players. So, I mean, they had a wee chance with the one with the boy in the heater in the first half, and the one that flashed across the post.
We've been joined by Amanda. Evening, Amanda.
Good evening, all. All you can say is that was ace, wasn't it? That's cheered. That's made my year, never mind my month. I'm not giving a damn about Christmas this year. I just won that. That was great, wasn't it? Absolutely brilliant. All you can say is, from McGregor to every other player, they stepped up 100% and made themselves count tonight. There wasn't one single player in that team didn't step up and make themselves counting. Now, I didn't watch it because I'm nervous when I watch European games. So he was in his room, my dad was in his room watching it, and I could hear, oh, yeah, beauty. I was like, oh, no, we must have scored. And he's like, oh, yeah, beauty again. And then he missed the second goal, of course, because he went to the toilet, didn't he? I was like, we're 2 up. He's like, but anyway, no, just to say, great performance for the whole team, and well done to Giovanni for the tactics, because he got it spot on.
Here, Amanda. Here.
That's all you can really say.
Listen, great to hear from you.
No problem. Have a good night, guys. Okay.
You're going to have a good night. You look after yourself.
Right. Bye.
We could Big Stevie for the drum. Are you there, mate? Come on, you're doing a bridge, man. Come on. He's not getting the hang of this at all, Billy, is he?
Not here, up here.
Big Stevie for the drum. You're going to be able to take a breather because we're going to have a tune.
Every Saturday we follow, we cheer the boys in blue, the most successful team in football. We're Scotland's gallant few, though at times they have been hard, we've followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox Park.
successful team in football. Well, Scotland's gallant few, well, times they have been hard, well, followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands at Ibrox Park. Whoa, whoa,
we didn't have to play Giz a call tonight or something, Stevie.
Brilliant, isn't it? What a tune, Ox, as well, eh?
Oh,
Every
mate.
time I hear it, I think of me and my wee man walking down the Copeland Road. Absolutely brilliant.
Aye, there's always a downside to some of the video, you know. I thought Jamba was very good in it.
You're a bad man, so you are. You're a bad man. There's nobody bringing me down to earth tonight, that's for sure.
I know that, mate. I know that.
Hello.
Hello, how we doing? How we doing, mate? All right?
Fine, Ox, to yourself, mate.
Brilliant, Dutchie. How are you?
Oh, ecstatic. The Rangers win. We only watched the first half because we went out for a meal because Messi had his birthday tomorrow.
Yes,
and
I know
we
that.
couldn't.
I'm well aware of that.
Yeah, so we only watched the first half, so we had to leave the house, my son's house in Utrecht here in the Netherlands, at half time. But we were watching it during the meal on our phones. So absolutely fantastic, really, really over the top. We were flying from Edinburgh yesterday to Amsterdam Schiphol, and there was a couple of Rangers supporters ahead of us, and the one boy was wearing a hat saying, Rangers Till I Die. And I says, oh, is this you going to the match? He says, how do you know I was a Rangers fan? I said, well, it says Rangers Till I Die, or you had. So it was really nice. It was a father and son, and the son had bought his father tickets for his Christmas to go to the Dortmund game. So we're especially chuffed for them. And
brilliant.
Yeah, and they also watched. They also listen to the show on a regular basis. So yeah.
Right, okay.
So
okay, fantastic. Yeah. Did you get their names, mate? By any chance? We give them a shout out. Just their first names, yeah.
We didn't actually, mate, because we're just walking back to the house after a meal out, you know.
We'll go for Billy and Tam. How will that grab you? Big shout out to Billy and Tam.
Okay, I'll put you on to Miss Eddie for a second, if I may. Okay, hold the line, please.
All right.
Hi, dear.
How you doing? 21 again?
Well, just 20. I'm just about to turn 21.
How are they boys of yours tonight? They're buzzing.
They are. But I thought it was really considerate of Rangers to do this for my birthday.
Fantastic. Listen, you go and enjoy your night, and you tell him you can have any cocktail you want tonight, yeah?
Thank you. Thanks very much. And you, well done for presenting the show again.
Cheers. You look after yourself and look after the boys of yours. Yeah?
Cheers now.
Cheers.
Thanks. Bye.
There you go. Yeah. Robert, we're everywhere, aren't we? We're everywhere.
Oh, listen, definitely. You know, can I just say one thing, just to stay in my mind? See your show last night, and you brought Ian on. Ian phones in all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And can I see his speech last night? Oh, I tell you, I was smart. That got me going for the night. Ian came on last night when we were up, and the callers before were kind of talking about, we'd settle for a 1-0 defeat or a 2-1 defeat and that. And Ian came on, and Ian made wonderful points, and Ian got me going. So Ian, see if you're listening, thank you for last night, pal. Thank you for last night, because that's what Rangers fans are all about. We never give up. We never have hope. We can go into any game, doesn't matter what team we play against, and we can do it. We can, and you know what? See that performance tonight, guys, and all you young bears, that's what me and Big Stevie and Oxford were all used to grow up as Rangers fans. Aye, well, no, you're not a young bear anymore. Don't you kid yourself. But see all the young bears, like young Jamba and my Gary and all them listening on here, and that's what we were used to growing up as a Rangers fan, and that's what makes us the best. That's what makes us Scotland's number one team.
Brilliant, Robert.
Right, Robert, you take care, mate, and you tell your Gary was asking for him. I'm glad you changed that story when you said you walked into his room. I didn't know where that was going.
No, listen, that was only gone one way. That was only gone with his blue and white, red, white and blue flags up there, and Her Majesty above his door, because that's where he's got Her Majesty above his door. But you know what, guys, I'll finish off and I'll say, you know what, the Rangers always surprise us. That's what we love about the Glasgow Rangers. Thank you. Good night, Oaks, and good night, Stevie.
Good night. Speak to you soon, Robert.
Good night, Robert.
Thank you, guys.
Good night, pal.
We've been joined by Jim. Evening, Jim.
Good evening, everybody. What a performance, eh? What a performance. Yep. It was one of them Mary Poppins performances tonight, you know. Super califragilistic espialidocious, you know. And credit to the team. It was fantastic. Credit to the team and Gio's preparations, you know. And I was so pleased for all the players, especially Bassey. I'm a great favourite of that boy. And I think it's maybe because he's such an athlete. You know, he is a big, strong lad, and he's going to grow into our team big style, you know. And we need players that are playing regular to show themselves. And the more the players play regular, then the better performances they put in. Like Lundstrom. Lundstrom's getting a game now, and he's putting the performances in, you know. And that's what people need, game time. They need it in the legs. And as I've always said, the team that scores the most goals wins the game. And that's what happened tonight.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not wanting to sell any of our players, but obviously, but if Nathan Parsons worth 12 million, what is Calvin Bassey worth now? Stevie?
Don't come into my head there. Big Jimmy wanted rid of him.
Here, can I give a shout out to JFK? He's not been 100%, so I hope that's cheered them up. Carry on, Steve.
I spoke to him the other day, by the way, and he was off a horse, and I hope my big mucker's keeping all right. But listen, Calvin Bassey, where do we start? You know, he's a young boy. He's a big presence. He's a kind of diamond in the dirt, and he just needs polished off. He's got a lot to learn, but by God, does he no leave everything out in the park? He gives you 100%. And as I said, at the end of that game there, he could have went all night. He didn't look as if he could lit up at all. He looked as if he'd made his tank. He's absolute athlete. And by the way, we're lucky to have him. And just let's enjoy the big boy. Let's get behind him and make him the player. The potential he's got is frightening. Absolute frightening. And just let's hope he develops into something that, another big asset for our club.
You hear. It was a fantastic result. One of our best in my history in a one-half game. I know the tie's not finished yet, Jim, but it's up there.
Yes, it's one of the best performances I've seen for Rangers in a long time, and I don't know why. It's the European nights that bring out the big performances.
Yeah, you're talking about big performers. We've been joined by Alex. We wish you all evening, Alex.
Good evening, Oxford. Good evening, Stevie.
Good evening, Alex.
Everybody else that's here. How I'd imagine how we're all feeling. I'm just getting scraped off the ceiling here, as a matter of fact. What a roller coaster. What a roller coaster 2 weeks this has been, huh? God almighty. I thought I'd seen it all. My dog was running about in circles there. I've just managed to calm him down. Got a full house. Oh, Christ. Unbelievable, man. Absolutely unbelievable. I thought the Rangers fell way back. I'm telling you. That's some performance. We've all picked out Robert's rating off all the games of Reindarth there. It was all the games as well. You get to Eindhoven, we beat them 3-2. First team to beat them at home. That was a thousands game in their stadium the night. And they're another statistic. Who was the last team to take 2 more goals off that Borussia Dortmund? British team was Manchester United in 1964. That's 58 years ago. So there you go. Is that no record breaking? I'll tell you one thing. If that mob on the other side of the city don't think we're back, they better give us a shake. Because that's maybe the best thing that happened to us a fortnight ago, though. It cracked every one of us up. But I'll tell you one, we look some beast now.
It's going to be. Just keep it, Stevie. Just bide your time. Yes, mate.
Can I come in?
No, just keep it quiet. Bide your time. It's not over till it's over. Anyway, Jim, I think Alex has got a point there, but I'm going to bring Billy back in before we let Billy go to sum up what the night means to him. Billy, you're on mute. Just press your mute button, Billy. Oh, you'll get it in a second. Alex, who's Sean for you? Who's Sean?
Well, see, it was a right team performance and that. Everyone, and for the goalkeeper, right down to all the guys that came on. I thought Ryan Kemp was outstanding. I could go through them all, but I've got to agree with you. I thought Ryan Jack was unbelievable. That's the difference of the team. The guy just came back after all the injuries and, unbelievable. What a footballer. He just feeds the game. Absolutely tip-top. And you've got to give Gio Van Bronckhorst, because we all kept going back to the last manager's tactics and that in Europe. But that guy came to the fore the night, and that was his team. Remarkable. And I've got to admit, before the game, I would have settled for, if we could get a draw out or just slightly beat, just to take the game back to Ibrox. That's all I want, another chance to get back there next week. But see that the night,
yep.
Really, words can't express it, Oxford, really.
No. Listen, we've been joined by one of the heroes of Rangers Radio, and I mean that without being flippant towards a guy. We've been joined by Urian for YouTube, and I think we need to bring him in with a round of applause, Stevie.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well done, Ian.
First of all, could I just thank everybody in the show? Can I thank Robert for his nice sentiment earlier on about my phone last night?
Yep. Carry on, Rob.
I was watching the game and I thought absolutely outstanding. And I did say last night, if you go for a high press up both wings, that's where you catch them out, and that's exactly what we've done. And I mean, there's nobody in that team you could actually say didn't play good. They were playing amazing. You know, a guy earlier on said he was 60-year-old or something like that, and that's the best time he's ever seen them playing. I'm 64-year-old. And in Europe, that is the best I have seen that a Rangers team play for that full 90 minutes. It was absolutely outstanding. Kent was amazing. Lundstrom and Jack in the midfield were just out this world. I mean, I just think the whole team really stepped up to the mark tonight. And and we're not talking about a diddy team here. They're one of the favourites to win this competition. And we sort of went there and taught them how.
They're no any more, Ian.
No, not any more, but they were before it. Do you know what I mean? And we taught them how to play football. We taught them how to score goals. Okay, they scored 2. We scored 4. We should have had more, to be quite honest with you. 4-2 flattered them. And I know you are busy, so I'll make this quick. They were just absolutely outstanding. Every single blue jersey on that park, and Gio got his tactics spot on, and well done to everybody concerned, because they were amazing, absolutely amazing.
And by the way, with the fact that you using your attack last, Stevie, the Giovanni listens to the show.
100%.
You know, but listen, fair play to you. You were more confident than I was, and I've got to say this, I was in the alert for my short camp, you know. But what a performance, what a display. I'm in shock, Ian. I'm not in shock.
I'm not in shock, because I knew, as I said last night, if we could step up to the mark, we could take them, and we did. And
he got it right. He called it right. He called it right. Ian called it right, Alex.
Aye. Absolutely, well done, Ian. Fantastic. And Tommy as well. He came on and he says exactly we get a result. So fair play to you, by the way. Credit. Absolutely wonderful. Well done, Ian.
No problem. Right, I'll go and let other folk on, because I know you're absolutely busy tonight.
Fantastic.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for letting me go on again.
You know you're welcome.
Good night, everybody.
You know you're
welcome. Good night, Ian.
Good night.
Good night.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. If he's know what a Rangers Radio's about, I don't know what is, Stevie.
100%. But what I do need to point out is we're only busy because I'm on the night. It's nothing to do with the result.
Jim,
you're totally right, folks. That man there makes a show.
Jim, we've had some lows, we've had some highs, and hopefully we're starting to get that roller coaster to keep some great highs this season.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is what's going to kick-start us now. You know, we had a bad result a couple of weeks ago, and that set us back big time. We came back, and we did well straight after it. But what we've got now is players who are getting a regular game and starting to get a feel for the team. And I think those players that played in the last couple of weeks have proved that they're going to be hard to shift as first picks, you know. And I think that we've got a momentum starting to kick in now. And this is the time when you need the momentum. When we're coming to the last 12 games sort of thing. We need to have that momentum. And I think we've got that now, but we need to carry it on, you know. And I know it's a European night and it's a bit different, but we were playing against better opposition tonight than you would find in the Scottish Premiership. So we need to carry that on.
Yeah. Right, I'll tell you what we're going to do now, if it's all right with you, gentlemen. We're going to hear from your manager. Yeah?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Let's hear from your gaffer.
Well, I think it's it's a result, a very good result for us, against a very quality team, big team in Europe. So we wanted to take a result back to us to Glasgow to get a good game next week. I think we achieved that with 2-goal difference. We take back. I'm really proud of the performance the players have shown today, and we also know we're only halfway. And still one game to be played, but to come here and score 4 away goals in Europe, I think it's an achievement, very good achievement. So more than happy with the result, and especially also the performance.
Gio, is that the most pleased that you've been with the team since you came to the club, and does it show the potential of the side?
Well, we had many games. I was really.
Ruin the fact that the away goals rule has been scrapped, but can also just ask that I think most people expected Rangers to come here and keep it tight and go back to Ibrox still in the tie. Did you ever imagine that you could cause them as many problems as you did?
Well, we worked hard to get the right game plan. We saw a lot of games of Dortmund. We knew that they were getting a lot of goals against them lately. And I think we prepared the game well. The players also, we had a lot of meetings the way Dortmund can play, and we were prepared tactically, but also more important mentally, and we had the right attitude today to get a good result.
Hi, Gio. Where did that belief that the team could put that performance in come from? Was that a message from yourself and the staff, or was there any players in the dressing room for the game that had a message for the squad to really inspire that performance?
I think the belief starts, with everyone. Of course, me as the manager, it's an important role, but in a way we are all leaders, and so the belief is there from myself, from my staff, but also from the players. We are acted as one, and we present this beautiful club, and we have to make sure we will make our fans proud of the performances we put in. And I think definitely today we've done it, and just for us now to enjoy the moment, but prepare as well for Sunday for a difficult away game as well.
Giovanni, that would have to go down as one of the greatest nights in Rangers European history, and I thought key to it tonight were the performances of Ryan Jack and John Lundstrom. As a great Rangers midfielder yourself, what did you think of their performance tonight?
Yeah, really, he sat next to me, but I think Ryan is. I'm really happy to have him back in the team. He was struggling with injuries, as we all know, but I think together with John, you see the impact they have for the team. Offensively, but also defensively, and I think those two had a really great performance today as well. I mean, your midfield is always probably the most important part of your squad, because it will help defense. It will also help the offense. So I think today our midfield was excellent, and John and Ryan really put in a good performance as well.
Right, thanks for that. I think we're going to take into context that Giovanni, it's his nature, Stevie. He's not going to get too up or too down, and that's the way he's going to manage our team, yeah? That's his way he is, yeah? Stevie? Oh?
Aye, I'm here, mate. Sorry, I was doing a bridge on there. Aye, Giovanni, he got it perfect tonight. Absolutely perfect tonight, his tactics. As far as his mannerism goes, win, lose or draw, he always remains the same when he's talking on these pressers. Since he's come into the club, I think he's brought a bit of fresh air with him. There's new leases of life in some of the players. And I've got to tip my hat to the man. I really have. Well done to him.
Okay, talking about people who are perfect. We've been joined by Liz. Evening, Liz.
Evening. How are you all tonight?
Or is your known and Mrs. Hollander, they call you?
He'll be back.
Right, come on in. Give us your thoughts.
Absolutely fantastic. Not a player did anything wrong tonight. And I know, and I've said to you on your radio every time, I says you never or slag off any players because they'll always put in a performance. And one player that I'm going to mention tonight, which I think he deserves a wee mention, is Borno too, because he was brilliant too tonight.
Yeah. Credit where credit's due. Yeah. He's got a big. I know he's busy eating a big bit of humble pie, Stevie.
So he should.
Well, you can only call it as you see it. And we put ourselves out here and we give our opinions, and sometimes it comes back to bite you in the proverbial list.
I've never ever do that. I always come in and say that players will bounce back. I don't think he's just quite the same Borna yet, but I think game another few games, and if that team put in a performance like they did tonight, then we'll be laughing. We'll win everything. And if I was said we'll win, I've never ever said it will never win, and I knew tonight we would win.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll go to Alex for sure. They had more confidence in me. The bookies had it at 81, and I hope loads of bears plowed on Alex.
Oh, some price. I'd be quite happy at the beginning if we kind of took a draw out it. As I say, take it back. But that's just remarkable. And with the Bonner Barrett, it's just how people could see it before it and that. Mm-hmm. And it was a kind of weakest link of the team in that. And we thought maybe we'd get caught down there. No credit to the fella. He came back and he put a shift in. And that's what it's about. So he's proved a lot of people wrong in that. But every one of the team tonight was outstanding. And that's what it's about. And the manager, as I say, he's put his tactics over now. So we know exactly what's in front of his radio. And just terrific. And also a big shout out to Bob Jer and all, because Bob Jer, he's up positive and all about the Rangers, and I'm sure he fancied the Rangers and all. Also, I'm going to call it now because I know there are people with the calls wanting to come on, but fantastic result and great for the Rangers. What a brilliant show again. You and Big Steve in that. God bless everybody. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Alex.
Thanks, Sam.
Speak to you soon, brother. Cheers. Jim, sum up what the night means to you. I know you're an expat, but it still means a lot to you.
Yeah, of course it does. I think we're very fortunate to have Gio come in after Stevie Gerrard, because he set us up quite nicely. And it's very difficult for a new manager to come in and hit the ground running. But Gio's done really well in sorting a team out. And as previous people have said, some players have had a new lease of life, like Morelos, and we'll get Ryan Jack back, and Lundstrom's coming on to game, and Bassey's playing well. So we're definitely in a very, very good place. But we need to have this type of performance in the league. We need to have it in the league. It's all very well having it in Europe, but the league's very, very important also, So to sum it all up, as I said before, it was just supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Now I'm going to leave you at the moment, Austria, and I'll come back and speak to you soon.
Okay.
Bye for now.
You've made Ox disappear with that spell.
I'm just writing it down, mate. I'm just writing it down. We've been joined with Bob Jer. Evening, Bob Jer.
Oh, how you doing? It was a long trip down for him tonight. My God, oh man, I just don't know. I can't find words. And then you go, there's a surprise for me.
That's a first pub, yeah.
That's a first. None of us expected that. What a performance! Everybody. I'm not going to single anybody out. I thought the whole team were magnificent. And I'm not overstating myself, but to go out to a stage like that and do that, unbelievable.
Yeah. Billy's back with us. Billy, sum it up, mate. Sum it up.
Oh, mate, different class. Do you know this, guys? It's a marker we've put down. The marker we've put down now to the end of the season is it's just that's what we're all about. That's what we were all striving for. That was a performance we were all looking for. But to go and do something like that in Germany, guys, was just out of this world, mate. Out of this world. Fantastic, mate. Long may it continue. And listen, I'm going to shoot the craw and all. I'm going to bail out, guys.
How you doing, Si?
But what I will say is, before I go, our Billy's not been keeping that great. So I'm just got to give him a big shout out because me and the big man were getting off our nuts in the living room tonight. So we are a people's son. Love you, my boy.
Well done, mate. Well done, mate. You look after him.
I was nearly going to call. I knew you were bluffing. Sorry.
We've been joined by George. Evening, George.
How you doing, Simon and the boys? How you doing?
Good, mate. Good. How are you?
Hi, George.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm just in the middle of a poker match here now, and the guy just bluffed me, the bugger, because I'm too concentrated on news.
George, just go all right. You just go.
I was going to go all in there. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, no, I didn't win the hand. Like, he bluffed me, the bugger. I was going to call it as well, but you just rang at the time. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, no, yeah, I was just phoning, probably I'm phoning from Sheffield, just saying, Lundstrom is making me eat my words. As you probably know, I've not been a very good fan of Lundstrom because I've watched him many a year at Sheffield United as well. But the partnership with him and Ryan Jack has been absolutely outstanding. And I say it's a match made in heaven at the minute. You've got Lundstrom just behind Jack, the attacking midfielder, and he's defending behind him. And it's just unbelievable. Like you say, I watched the first half. I couldn't watch the second half because I was just that nervous. So I went and got the coach because I'm on an airport run tonight. I went, bugger it. I had to because my nails are that. I'm nearly bleeding.
Listen, you've not been alone with Lundstrom, but Big Stevie, some people take a bit of time to settle into a club. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Well, he's getting game time now, isn't he?
Aye, here. He's run a match. He's been out the team. He's come back in, and obviously never played against Annan. But in the last few games, he's been excellent. Stevie.
Yeah.
Listen, he's low as Eurobox when he gets sent off, and he's come back the last wee while here, man. He's been playing absolutely brilliant. I think him and Ryan Jack have kind of hit the ground running here. I think they might have stumbled across the right good partnership, And long may it continue. But Big Lundstrom is outstanding tonight. But I think Ryan Jack just picked him for man of the match.
Yeah. See, the only if you pick some faults tonight in that team, the one little fault I had is I think Barisic was lacking that little bit of confidence in the first half and that. But he came into the game.
He grew into the game.
He came into the game. And I think he's just lacking in confidence at the minute, And I say, and you'll talk about Big Bassy, what a powerhouse he is. Unbelievable. He just, for a young lad and the size of him and what he does and what his engine, he's solid. He doesn't back out of a challenge or nothing. And they say then you've got people like Arfield, just sitting there, going in, they know they're playing for the shirt. And saying, and as you said as well, that Alfredo, he's shouting at people, get up here. You can hear him shouting. I think his English is getting good. So it was.
Aye, brilliant, George, brilliant. An absolute fantastic result, mate. Great to hear from you again. Great to hear from you.
Yeah. I'm up next week anyway. I'm at Millwall on Saturday. Next Saturday. Do that and doing the supporters bus down to that for Sheffield United, and I'm driving up back home, pick up the other bus, and take them up to Glasgow for the Motherwell game.
All right, maybe no belong to the Rangers are back in Sheffield again, eh?
Yeah. Well, hopefully they play Sheffield United instead of them piggy buggers across the city.
If they play Sheffield United, I'll guarantee you tickets. Put it that way.
All right, mate. By the way, Stevie, I've got his number.
Get his number.
I've got his number. Don't worry.
It was me. It was me organising Big Steph. You know, like when the Sheffield boys you come down for the Sheffield before, Annie Miller's, like Big Steph's. It was me got the 300 tickets for the Sheffield end.
Brilliant, mate. Listen, we'll let you go because we're getting a bit of noise for you in the background, mate. It's coming.
Yeah, it's all the poker players. Yeah.
And go all in, mate. All in.
All right, I will do, Si.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, pal. See you. Bye.
Bye. Stevie said Lundstrom and Jack, best partnership since maybe Laurel and Hardy, Stevie and Southside, you know.
Oh, you're a bad man. Just you make sure you get his number. We'll go hospitality that day when we play Sheffield United.
Oh, he's made a mistake there, hasn't he?
They have.
Anyway, I think we've been joined by Andy. Evening, Andy.
Good evening, guys. Good evening, Stevie. Good evening,
Wait a minute, I'll start again. We'll be joined by Andrew. Evening, Andrew.
Good evening, Ox. Good evening, Stevie. Big shot. What can I say? Absolutely fantastic. For every man. As I think somebody mentioned earlier, every man to me got a 10. I thought you just mentioned on it there. I think people were hanging me about Barisic. I thought Barisic grew into the game and played actually quite well. But what I wanted to say as well, when Robert Weatherall come on and what he said and stuff like that, me and my wife looked at each other and both had tears in our eyes. It was just really, really nice of what he said. He's just a top bloke, but I'll not stay on long. But I'm just an absolute delighted bear night, and I can't. It's about Ryan Jack, and it was my man of the match, and you know. But the rest of every person on that pitch left a shirt line on that pitch.
Yeah. Listen, he's gave everybody a 10 there, Stevie. I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm quite fussy. I never even gave Bo Derek a 10, but that's another story. But listen, he was right. It's a team game, and you win as a team, you lose as a team. Sometimes people shine, but as a team game, Stevie? No. See me. Stevie's doing a bridge, man. He'll be getting a warning. Anyway, we've been joined by AK. How are we doing, AK?
Good evening, Ox. Good evening, Big Stevie.
Sorry, mate. It's been pretty quiet on here tonight, as you can imagine, you know.
Oh, what a night to be a beer, eh? I know we can all be moaning sods at times, particularly myself, but listen, it's just because it's nights like this that we want. We strive for. 10 years ago, we're picking a ball off a hedge at Berwick. Know what I mean? And now we're going to Dortmund and Humphrey, the second best team in Germany. What a night. What a performance. They're the moon. By the way, see if Celtic get beat, do they drop into that Eurovision Song Contest? No.
Well, the Masters are 3-1 down now.
No, but don't ruin it. People are taping the game, mate. You know.
I know. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Sorry to ruin everybody's night.
Yes.
Hey, Bob, don't tell them.
No. I don't need to tell them. They're off piling out now.
The quote of the day was Ange says you don't do any tampering at Celtic.
That was like Port Bear, wasn't it? Don't tell them, Pike.
I don't tell you your name, Pike. That's Bob Jer. I never thought I'd say these words. That's Bob Jer on a yellow card. I never thought I'd say these words.
Okay, pal. Thank you very much.
Fox will be like, I'm waiting to watch that later. Right, okay. But we'll announce the score at the end. But listen, AK, you watched the game with your boy?
I did. The twos were jumping about. Oh, couldn't believe it.
I mean, it's great that you're still watching the game with your boy and he's 46, you know what I mean? You know, it's fantastic, Stevie, isn't it? If somebody's still watching the game with their boy at that age, isn't it?
Unreal, man. I watched the game with my boy today, man. Means a lot. Means a lot watching it.
Of course, special, Stevie, isn't it?
Unreal, man. Unreal. Nights like this. Yep. Aye. Andy, it just shows you how emotional we can all get. You and your wee wife there greeting when Robert Weller was on talking about the Rangers there. It's just we're one big we just want the best for our team, and see nights like this, as Alex says, it's just unreal, man. I mean, I can tell you right now, I mean, I'm 18 and a half stone and I'm jumping about here like a salmon, man. I'm just...
Listen, I do a bit of greeting on here and all, but it's usually for the Andy loses on, you know what I mean? How did your boy take it? A younger Barrett starting on his Rangers journey, AK?
Disbelief, folks. That's his word, disbelief. And even then, I'm saying to him, 35 years I've been watching Rangers and I've never seen a performance like that. I mean, for me, that's better than going to Leon and beating them 3-0 earlier. That's a team that's been put together for $500 million. You know what I mean?
That to me, the only result I can think was Ellen Road, mate. I've got to be honest. Yeah.
Aye. Well, definitely the kind of difference.
Can I put a result in there?
Yeah, well, of course you can, Bob. Yeah.
That was the late 70s. We beat PSV Eindhoven earlier, and Bobby Russell ran riot with them. And Reality McDonald. That was a great night. You know, they were the Dutch champion. No, they were the UEFA Cup holders at the time. And they were doing a reach on the Ibrox, and we went over there and gave a masterclass performance. And that ranked up with them. It's the same with the Bayer Leverkusen result under Dick Advocat. That was a great night as well. Don't forget, they were a crack German side at the time. They went to the European Cup final a couple of seasons later. So it's no mean feat. Well done, the Rangers.
Folks, yeah.
Yes, mate.
See the two guys that have been waxing lyrical tonight, Ryan Jack and John Lundstrom. 2 free transfers.
Aye, I know. Fantastic. It just shows you. I mean, Ryan Jack, he's been out for, let's be honest, nearly a year, and we've missed him. John Lundstrom's new to our club, and it's took him a bit of time to settle in. We'll see where it goes. The last few games and in the spells at the start of the season, he's been excellent. He's also been poor, you know, but...
that's the standard, though, that we want.
He's set his own standard, mate. That's what he's done.
Correct.
You know?
I remember. Sorry, guys. I remember last season. Sure, mind to get 4 man of the matches in a row, and then he get dropped. I think, didn't he? Or was it injured?
I don't think it was last season, Andy. We never signed him in the summer. You mean last year? Last year, mate. Aye. You're overcome with emotion.
Aye, and what you another wee thing I want to pick up on all else. This is going to be. This is not just news that will be in Scotland tonight. This will be Europe. This will be newspapers all over Europeans. Do you know what I mean? All over Europe. This is a result that. Do you know what I mean? I don't even think actually I've realised the magnitude of this result. To go there and beat them 4-2. Yep. Do you know? I was praying even if we get a nut each or a one each.
Yep, mate. Brilliant. I think we've been joined by Jim Paisley. Evening, James.
All right, guys. How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, this shows it went downhill. This shows it went downhill recently. Poor bear answered my phone call. The poor answering phone calls. Tell me why I grab you. The poor answered my phone. Anyway, never mind. Fantastic day today. Fantastic night today. I think it's one of our best results. Maybe no one, but it's good results, certainly, in Europe. Fantastic night. Still half time, guys. Come on, let's go at it.
Yeah, mate. Aye, that's only half time. We've still got a job of work to do, but you've got to enjoy the moment, Jay. You've got to enjoy the moment.
Absolutely. Aye. I tell you now, obviously, while I'm here, there's a few babies right watching the game, right? Obviously, there's loads of a few babies watching the game. John Lawson, he did well tonight. Very pleased. We are very, very pleased. He's turning out now. Can I thank the manager? I think the manager did the right thing at the right time. And he picked a team we did not expect, and he played the tactics he felt was right. I think he did the right thing, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah, mate. Okay, yes, mate.
Just briefly there, Jim was talking about Port Bear. See in football terms, Rangers Radio, see when you put a wall up, Port Bear's normally the guy that's lying in the grass.
There's a reason why I do the jokes on here, Alex. You know what I mean?
I'll go, Ox. Thanks very much.
You soon, mate. Good, always good to hear from Andy. Great call. Everybody's buzzing tonight. Yeah. You're right. Port Bear stepped in at the last moment to cover for the receptionist who'd lost his voice. There you go. That's it.
I'm at it, right? I think the manager done a fantastic job tonight. Especially me, I'm going to be scared in the last couple of weeks here, right? And it did everything correctly. I'm concerned with. He picked the right team, right tactics, and well done to him. So I think he's the man of the match tonight.
Well, listen, I can't go away from Ryan Jack, but I thought the manager was excellent. I was a bit sceptical about the substitution. Would be change for shape, but ultimately, Stevie, he got it right.
Yep, he did. Aye. Listen, the tactics in the game changed a couple of times. See when they get their goal, it kind of gave them a real lease of life. The tactics then, you're shuffling the pack all the time, but I've got to give the manager a bit of credit. I mean, we all have at some point questioned these tactics in one of the games. More so the Celtic game, lying too deep, letting them come at you, blah, blah, blah. Team selection wasn't great. No, we criticise. So you've got to give the guy credit when it's due. He got to absolutely bang on it.
Yeah. You see when they went to the back three, were you worried for the 5 minutes when they changed the tactics? I was.
Ultimately, he got it right, mate, and I thought it was going to just be a light for light replacement.
That's what we lose the second goal, Ox. Then we followed on. Absolutely, we followed on big time. Man.
We're splitting hairs. You've got to
absolutely.
You're going to be credit. Right, Jim Bob, we'll get more callers coming in. You wouldn't believe that.
Aye. Well,
I'm going to sign out and let people get a shot on all. Thank you.
Cheers, Bob. Cheers. Speak to you soon.
Well, I'll speak to you soon, folks. Bye-bye now.
Cheers.
Oh, I'll call it.
Cheers, Jim. Oh, and Bob, cheers. Oh, right. It's buzzing around. No.
I'll drop it an Ox if you want.
It's not high enough for you to drop yet. Right, okay. We'll be joined by Warren. Ethan Warren, how we doing, mate? Oh,
good evening.
I think is that you, Warren? Yen?
No, it's Juicy Bear. How you doing?
How you doing, Juicy? All right. Sorry, mate. I got the wrong message. How you doing, mate? I know you've been waiting for a while again.
No, that's okay. Thanks ever so much for getting back to me. Just wanted to phone up to say, first of all, just to echo what everyone else has said tonight. Absolutely amazing performance by the guys. I thought the midfield was incredible. Obviously to a man, everyone was just amazing. But what makes me so pleased now is that the midfield is so, now that everyone's fit, obviously, bar Hadji, the midfield is so interchangeable that for whoever we play on Sunday, I don't really feel like it would be a weak midfield, whether that's Kamara and Ramsey who come in, whether we keep what we've played and started with tonight. That is so strong now. I feel like Jack was a massive difference maker tonight, and I can see what we've missed there without having him for the last year. but that doesn't take anything away from Lundstrom and Arfield. Just thought they were so good tonight, and we've had so much, to deal with this season in terms of the pressures and that. But they've really shown up the last few games, and I've been so pleased.
Yeah, where are you, Juicy? Whereabouts are you?
I live down in Suffolk in England, mate. I don't get to go to too many games, but always manage to go to a few each season. Yeah.
Suffolk, all right. Ipswich way, yeah?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, all right. Big Stevie's impressed with the geography, ain't you, big man? You're shocked, ain't you?
You're unreal, man. So you're unreal, man.
Juicy, we've got to ask you, where did the juicy bit come from?
Well, how could you not be feeling juicy after a performance like that, guys? I mean...
All right, I get it.
It's just incredible, guys.
Okay. All right, I thought it might be...
Maybe ask Mrs. Orlando.
No.
Oh, my God.
Alex Kelly. You're on a final written, and you've not got your tickets for the night out yet.
Well, it's a family show, guys.
Yes, you're right. You should know better. Anyway, Juicy...
I know the Dortmund.
Yeah, and that's the trouble. You know the Dortmund, you've got to get past them. Right, Juicy, you're a bear who lives down south. When you go to your work tomorrow, people will be saying, wow, what a result for Rangers. Where is the mocked Scottish football? They think Scottish football, that result has helped us walk about with our head held higher.
Oh, absolutely. And for any of you guys that live down south, you know that our league doesn't get, a lot of credit. And I know it's not that strong a league, having to play each other 4 times a season, it's hard enough for us to watch that sometimes. But we know that the team on its own is a quality side. And we only really get to show that sometimes when we're in Europe and everyone gets to watch the game, especially when it was on all the other matches tonight. And that was really good because a lot of my mates were watching it as well.
And what feedback have you had?
Feedback so far that they're absolutely chuffed with that performance because we were attacking, we were in their faces. The 2 goals we conceded, in fairness, there's not much we could do about that because they were superb goals from their point of view. So that doesn't really detract from our all-round performance. To take a team that's second in the Bundesliga and do that to them, okay, I know it's only half-time, and I know that it's still going to be difficult next week. We can't pretend it won't be, but we still got a chance, guys.
It's half-time. We've gave ourselves a right good chance. Stevie, Foxes gave you permission to announce a result, Stevie.
Right, okay. No, I'm laughing at Herox. The wee team, I don't know their name right, but it's BOD. I was thinking, see if you flung a wee A in before that, but it'd be a ABOD. And at Celtic 1, ABOD 3. They're getting hammered by a fuck team that's not even had
yeah, it's a Wi-Fi password.
A Wi-Fi password.
No, Stevie, they're not getting hammered. It's done. They get hammered. It's over.
Good. That's good. I'm a wee bit behind here in Drumchapel. You get tinfoil all the telly here, though.
He's still on dial-up.
By the way, Oxford, that was a 80-1 double tonight. Rangers to win and Bodo to win. If any Bears were on that.
What about if you got the correct score double? You wouldn't be going to work again, would you?
Well, you're a millionaire.
Oh dear. Right. Juicy, who the midfield you mentioned already, but what about Morelos' performance?
Oh yeah, outstanding, guys, and the way he holds up that ball to bring others into the game, that's where our other strikers are lacking. And unfortunately, that's what we missed in the 3 games that he wasn't available for. And we are not a one-man team by any means, but he is so important to this team. And I'm so pleased that he didn't get booked tonight because obviously he would have missed next week had that happened. His cool and his temperament has been outstanding since Gio has been in. I think a lot of that is down to Roy Mackay. And I think, in fairness, Gerrard and Defoe worked on that previously as well, but he's not getting involved in things now like he used to. You know, if it kicks off, he's not the guy getting in people's faces. You know, he seems to be more reserved, but that's not affecting his play. And, you know, the way that he was just holding it up, bringing other people in, if we can bring that level to the remaining league games and cup and European games, we're going to be a force for anyone. And I know the league is what we want, and this tournament's, you know, that extra cream, as you guys always say. But, you know, let's do well in it. And, you know, it doesn't matter what they do. You know, there's a part of me that wants to keep them on the Thursday, Sunday with us as well. But winning breeds confidence. And as long as we're winning and we're playing like that, we've just got to approach it differently when we play them next time, you know, in the league. We've got to go for them, because teams have shown that when you press Celtic, you can hurt them. Yeah. And that's all, you know, and that's the strategy that we've used before. We got it wrong earlier this month, okay? Hands up, fair play. But we can learn from that and progress. And we've got so many opportunities now. This is still in our hands, guys. Let's not get down about, you know, 1 point in the league. There's still 2 more Old Firm games. We can finish this. And you know, I'm just pleased, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long to phone you guys, because I've been listening for a couple of years and it shows quality. So thanks very much for putting it on, guys.
No, thanks a lot, mate. Great call, Stevie, Big Stevie. You would have to help me with. You get 50, spare 50 there.
A spare 50, what?
There's some disco lights for sale, and I was going to make a bid for them, no?
Oh, unreal, isn't it? It's brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Can I ask Juicy something?
Yes.
Is that all right? Listen, I know the boy styles down south and that, and obviously with the Premiership down there and everything else, he was talking about Alfredo Morelos. What kind of price tag does Juicy think you should starting price for Alfredo Morelos, given this day and age with transfers being nuts? What would you think we would get Alfredo Morelos?
It's a really good question, my friend, because I actually talk about that a lot with my dad, and Dad says that we always talk about Newcastle. My next door neighbour's a Newcastle fan, and ignore the fact that they've got a lot of money now. That doesn't come into it, but obviously it means they can spend big on whoever they want. But you look at the strikers they've got at the moment. They spent 40 million on Joe Linton, and he's been very, very poor. He's been very, very poor for them. They've now converted him into a midfield role, so they've totally changed, you know, his position. So it remains to be seen how he gets on from there. Obviously, they've won a couple of games in a row now, so, you know, maybe they are improving. They spent 25 million on Chris Wood. He hasn't scored for him yet. So Chris Wood, who was at Burnley, never played in Europe. If he's 25 million and Joe Linton's 40 million, you know, Alfredo has got to at least to be a 40 million striker, at least on Joe Linton's level, at least.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
I'm not speaking with tinted glasses on there. I don't want him to go, but eventually, you know, assets, you know, have got to be sold. You know, unless you want them to go on a free, I'd rather we got some money for these guys if they do end up leaving, obviously. But yeah, so use the Newcastle measuring stick, my friends, to give yourself a flavour on what you feel Fred's worth.
Yep,
because
totally agree.
You know, that's 65, 70 million there for 2 strikers that have not really done it. I mean, I'll give Wood the benefit of the doubt. He scored a few goals at Burnley, but he's yet to produce for Newcastle. But neither of them have done it on the European scene. This guy has scored, I can't remember the stats now. They said it on BT Sport earlier, but it's incredible what he scored in Europe for Rangers. And, you know, that does the talking for me.
Juicy.
Judge him on that European.
Yep. See the likes of Juicy, that Dortmund tonight, Benfica, early 2 games, Porto, you name it, it goes on and on. These are Champions League teams. Let's not kid ourselves. They're Champions League teams that have been in it year in, year out, and Alfredo's doing it against them. You know, I was talking to Ox after the night, and I said the starting price for Alfredo Morelos should be 30 million quid. That was the starting price I said. When you're looking at the two strikers that Newcastle have signed, 70 million quid between them. So 35 million would not be a bad price for Alfredo Morelos.
No,
people say
dirty,
that,
mate, because we're a Scottish club, people do us dirty, and that
yeah,
you know,
correct.
that
That's
makes
correct.
me really sad, because we know that these guys are worth more. You know, hopefully Patterson is the start of something there where we are going to get better prices for younger players. And, you know, I know some of us were sad that he went, but if you look on the positive side, we got good money for a person who hasn't really featured for us much. And, you know, a lot of the other younger talent that's coming through, like Lowry, again, I'm not saying I want them to necessarily leave, but if they do, we want to get good value for these guys. And, you know, that's something, that's a model that we should be looking at, a Dortmund type model, an Ajax type model, where, you know, we can consistently get good money for some of our younger players. And then when you look at the big assets like Kemp and Morelos, then you know, hopefully we can command really big fees should they leave us. Because we don't want to be entertaining business for something that is mediocrity for guys that are doing it on the big stage. And that's where they'll be judged, guys, not for what they do domestically, but for what they're doing on a stage like tonight. And I think we should all be very proud of that tonight.
Yeah, yep. I think we've been joined by Tommy. Evening, Tommy.
How you guys? Woohoo!
Bad entrance.
What a result, by the way. Yeah, dancer. That's oh man. Come on now. That's as good as it gets, surely.
Oh, it's right up there, Stevie.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely fantastic result. I was with Alec. I'm with Alec and I was with Ox in their camp tonight. I thought if we stay close to them, maybe 1-0, a draw, best result, bring them back to Ibrox for in with a shout. And by the way, I was blew clean away with the performance tonight. Every one of them left it out the other night. Ryan Jack was my man of the match. I just thought the tactics, Gio got it spot on. And I just thought, listen, I thought every time we went down the park, are we going to score here? You know, and it was absolutely mind-blowing. And don't be kidding and don't let the media and all these other outlets play this result down tomorrow.
It's the headlines. It's the headlines on Sky Sports News. It's the first story.
Brilliant. Talking about the media here.
Guys, we just beat Borussia Dortmund 4-2 in their own back garden. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. You know what I mean? Like, holy shimoli, for want of a better word. That is, guys, come on, I told you yesterday. If we played to our capabilities, this was capable. We were capable of doing this, and we've done it. It's awesome. I couldn't be happier. Like, I honestly couldn't.
Yeah, Tommy, you called it right, mate. Credit where credit's due, mate.
I knew it. Like, I know this team can go. We can honestly. We could. Well, I don't want to make things silly or that, but gin up. We could win this tournament. Like, also the league. There's so much, and even if we don't, then next season we're honestly. I see so much in this team that's we could have put out a different 11, essentially. Anyway. Yeah, I'll let other people speak. Sorry.
Yeah, I think we've been joined by
I'm
Cal.
just chuffed.
I think Cal's joined us. Evening, Cal.
Hello, Ox.
How we doing, mate?
Oh, great. Fantastic performance. Fantastic. And I hope people get happy Barisic that she's back after that, because he done well tonight. He really did.
He grew into it again, mate.
Aye. Just amazing performance. I'm just, I've got to tell you on mute, we've got Batman's mate on doing an interview after getting cuffed after that Bodo, whatever their name is.
Yeah. Cal, who's Sean for you?
Boy, to do, it's very difficult. But I'll tell you what price can you put on Morelos? What price can you put on that boy?
Well, I put a tenner on him scoring the first goal. And,
well, you got that right.
I know.
I got a win. I got Rangers to win. It was only 61, by the way. No great odds. I was expecting a bit more.
Yeah, I would have thought it would be more, to be honest.
I had 3-1. But 4-2, I never thought. I mean, that's amazing.
I'll tell you, fair play to you for batting 3-1 at AK.
You've got to do it.
Aye, I know.
Mighty,
Aye, fair play. Aye, fair play. Confidence in the team. I thought there might have been goals, but I didn't see us getting a victory, to be honest. Particularly the defence. No, certainly no, Cal.
I'll tell you
it
what.
was the same defence that went to Celtic Park and capitulated. You know,
that's a long time ago now. That's a long time ago.
Well,
you know,
listen,
we've got to, but this is your benchmark.
Cal, what's happened to Cal? What's happened to that game is there's been a lot of finger pointing and a lot of people telling home truths to each other, and
maybe
the response that they've got for them.
We'll go off our team back, AK.
Yeah, well, that's it. We've got a bit of grit, we've got a bit of attitude, a bit of character. What we've been looking for all season. Let's go.
Exactly.
12 cup finals to go. You know, let's win this league and let's have a Scottish Cup day.
I think the gaffers sat them down and said to every one of them, listen, boys, this is not acceptable. As I said yesterday, this is not acceptable for Rangers. This just isn't. Either pull your socks up or you're going to get ditched. And every one of them, to a man, has pulled out pretty much the best results you could ever hope for, ever since that horrible result.
Well, I must admit, I'm not a gaffer's man, I'm sorry. I can't go with that, because after the treachery of the other man, and midway through a season, I can't go for this Geo. I'm not into that. It's Rangers. It's a whole team.
Yeah, that goes without saying. It's always Rangers. I mean, it doesn't matter who's there, who's in, who's out, or whatever the crack is. It really is. It's always Rangers. But I think the gaffer has, because of his previously, he's only known lovely moments with Rangers, essentially. So he's turned around and said to them, this is not acceptable. So whilst I agree with you that it doesn't matter who's in the managerial post, unless it's like Sir Walter or somebody like that, then he's essentially just geeing up the players and telling them what is required at this club. It was kind of the point I was making.
I understand that, but that's his job.
Yeah, well, that is his job. But then you can...
Can I thank Cal and Tommy for their calls, mate?
Right, I'm going to go away anyway, Ox, because I've just watched 3 goals for Bodo Glint. They were fantastic. Right. Good night, everybody. And I'll phone you on Sunday before that game, but every game we've got to, that's the benchmark, we've got to play like that. You know?
What?
Bye-bye.
Cheers, Tommy.
No, that's not Tommy.
Right, we'll be joined by a new caller. How are we doing, caller? Oh, they're not speaking. Stage fright, Stevie. Right.
Aye, that happens to you.
I'm on a yellow card. I'm not saying nothing.
Listen, I'm going to let you see. Oh, hello. How are we doing, caller?
Hello.
What's your name, mate?
Turn it down. Hello. Am I here? Am I through?
You're through, mate. What's your name?
Hi, listen. I've been listening. I mean, today's game was fantastic. You couldn't wish for anything else. Absolutely brilliant. I've been going, I'm 74, and I've never heard it once. I've got to say to you now, the best game in Europe was the end of your phone call, 1972.
Right, okay.
That was the best game in Europe. It's got to be in it. I mean, today was fantastic. I'm over the moon. Season ticket holder. My son's on his way back from Germany now. Fantastic. But at 74-year-old, the best game in my life is 1972. And
that's a great point, mate. That's a great point. Yeah.
I see Colin Steen. We're from Linlithgow.
That's where we stay. And Colin Steen bowls in the bowling club just over from me. And I see his car come, not so much now, obviously, because it's winter, but he comes in all the time. And I think, that 1972, Colin Steen. Tonight, I'm over the moon.
What's your name, mate? What will we call you?
Sorry?
What's your name?
Eric.
Eric, nice to speak to you, Eric. Nice to speak to you. And I think it's fantastic. At 74 years of age, you've still got a passion for our club, Stevie.
Oh, mate, no mistake. In fact, my wife goes as well. She's 71. I'm 72. And we're in the Sandy Jarden stand. And I say, we're Rangers through and through. But as I say, nobody's mentioned it tonight. And I'm thinking, come on, all these old guys coming on. 1972.
Aye, it's a good point you mate. I think maybe they were looking at qualifying and ties in it rather than the final. But I don't think we can argue with that. Listen, Eric, great to speak to you.
It was to you too.
You will be back again.
Yes, I shall do. Believe you me.
Yeah,
nice speaking to you. All the best. Okay.
Fantastic. Mate. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your night.
I will do.
Juicy, you can. I'm going to go. No, I'll go to Alex Kelly first, and then we'll keep the best to last. I think Stevie. Juicy, why don't you go, Alex? Before you last words.
No, just thanks for taking my call again, boys. Superb show tonight. Loads of emotion coming out in it, all the callers. So, but what a night to be a bear. Keep it going, boys. 12 cup finals. Let's win this league title. You know, we've swipe the carpet for underneath them, and let's take advantage of it.
Yeah, speak
Cheers,
to you
boys.
soon, mate. Juicy, the floor's yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Just keep that momentum going, and Sunday's game will be a difficult venue, but we've got that rhythm now, and we've got that flow, and if we can just keep pushing away, we can do this. 12 cup finals, as you said, and it's going to be massive. And let's cause some damage in these cups as well, guys. And just I don't want us to get any bad results now where we're thinking about it into the next game. We are more than capable of winning these 12 league games, and keep it positive. Thank you so much for taking my call, Chair.
No, anytime, mate. We really enjoyed it. You look after yourself. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll speak to you soon, mate.
Thank you, guys. Good night.
Good night, mate.
Stevie, it's been emotional, big man. Over to you.
I would just like to say this, Ox. Take a bow, the Rangers staff, players, and the fans that went earlier the night. We outplayed them, we outsung them, and we outdrank them. And just let me tell you tonight, I'm going to my bed a very happy bear. And can I just say this? £31 for a ticket for Dundee United on Sunday. So I'll be cutting my pie allocation down to one pie. So I'll just say this to all the Rangers fans before I go. We are the people, and see nights like this, they're very few and far between. That was Europe's elite we beat the night, guys. So don't let anybody ever rubbish the result tonight. It was fantastic. Well done, and thanks for having me, Ox.
Can I ask you to name all the callers that were on the night, mate?
Stick the job up, but the sun does the shine.
I'm not going to mention any, but just thanks to each and every one of the callers. Everybody was in a great place, great show, and we enjoyed all the calls, and especially the new callers. Thanks to Fox, Old School Blue, and our Port Bear for doing the technicals behind the scenes tonight. It makes the show work. Thanks to Stevie. We'll be back tomorrow night with 8 and 10. The Port Bear will be on, joined by a guest. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of the evening. But remember, keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers need us. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Right, people.
Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay. and cheer us. Help the boys along. White and blue, coming through with a song. Oh, Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay. We'll be there to do it, Rangers. Do it if we can, Rangers. Win the cup, hold it up in our hand. Oh, Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way.